says he isn't willing to part ways with his RV.
This is my home. I don't want to lose it. I'm not going to give it away. I'm comfortable, sort of.
And he can't see himself going into government housing again.
It's like a cell. It's like jail.
In the serene landscape of Abbotsford, British Columbia, rest areas along the bustling highways were initially envisioned as brief, peaceful places to visit and relax for a few minutes while you're going down the road. Peaceful sanctuary for weary travelers. These waypoints have undergone a profound transformation, evolving into unintended trailer parks that highlight a growing and complex issue within the community. I've recently done some videos on homeless in RVs or RVers that are basically squatting to, live for free in various locations because they can't afford any other options. My local rest areas and other areas have been inundated by it. You might have seen some of these videos. Well, recently the Vancouver Sun decided to do a story on this very same subject, and I thought I would highlight some of the things found in that article. The residents living in their RVs at locations like the Cole Road Rest Area and the Whatcom Road Park and Ride are increasingly hesitant to accept substantial help, fearing that assistance might attract others seeking a free ride. This reluctance not only complicates their own circumstances, but also poses a significant challenge for the broader community striving to maintain safety and cleanliness. Hugh Tran's recent experience is exemplary of this unsettling shift. Expecting solitude, he pulled into the Cole Road Rest Area, only to find himself struggling to find a secure parking spot. Ultimately, he squeezed into a narrow gap between two rundown campers, a stark contrast to the tranquil waypoint he had anticipated. His frustration and shock underscore a broader concern. These rest areas, once intended as temporary stops for travelers, have become permanent residents for over 40 vehicles each at both Cole Road and Whatcom Road. The article quotes TripAdvisor, quote, "This should be removed from the BC government's rest stop list until the homeless campment has been removed." The initial influx of campers emerged in the aftermath of the pandemic, transforming from temporary shelters into established communities. While some view these encampments as necessary refuges, others perceive them as eyesores that compromise the safety and the aesthetic of the region. The Ministry of Transportation has acknowledged the issue, emphasizing efforts to prioritize garbage cleanup and deploying outreach workers to connect campers with available support services, such as the 206 shelter beds funded by the province. Despite these initiatives, there remains a conspicuous absence of a clear and comprehensive plan to restore these rest areas and park and rides to their original purpose. The lack of a divisive action has allowed the situation to escalate, with RVs and tents proliferating across 5 Abbotsford interchanges, effectively turning rest stops into sprawling makeshift communities. Interestingly, these camps have developed their own internal sense of community. Neighbors share blankets, serve meals from the back of vans, and support one another in daily life. Outreach workers from various nonprofits and government agencies make regular visits, striving to offer housing and treatment options to those willing to accept them. A mother with 2 children once lived in a camper at the Whatcom Park and Ride, walking her kids to the bus stop each morning. However, beneath this veneer of mutual aid lies a persistent unease amongst both the residents and the broader community. Truckers, frustrated by the lack of parking and the deterioration of the rest areas, frequently vent their anger by honking their horns as they pass by these areas. Incidents such as the explosion of an RV at Cole Road, which left a charred vehicle and lingering soot, have only heightened the fears about the safety and public health. The presence of rundown RVs, accumulating garbage, and even sewer issues sends a troubling message. The safety and well-being of the community are being neglected. Now, these conditions have led to increased calls for action, yet Abbotsford bylaw officers find themselves powerless on these provincial lands. This leaves public safety responsibilities to the Abbotsford Police Department. Sergeant Ryan Gray and his street outreach team are on the front lines working diligently to connect campers with housing and treatment options. Their efforts are commendable, yet the scale of the problem often outpaces their capacity to manage it. Constable Jason Baskin highlights the emotional toll of their work, finding solace in the positive changes that they can facilitate. However, the influx of campers continues to strain resources, with the incidents at rest areas rising sharply from 3 in 2019 to 28 in 2024, including medical emergencies and vehicle fires. Abbotsford's mayor, Ross Siemens, he echoes the frustration felt by many in the community. He emphasizes the urgent need for provincial intervention, pointing out that the city cannot shoulder the responsibility alone due to budget constraints and jurisdictional limitations. Siemens underscores this critical dilemma, a fear that inaction will erode public compassion and making it harder to garner support for those who are generally in need. The delicate balance between providing assistance and preventing the unchecked growth of encampments is proving increasingly difficult to maintain. Residents like Corey McShannock prefer the autonomy of living in their RVs over shelters, despite the financial challenges. McShannock and others avoid accepting amenities like toilets and showers. They believe that such services will attract additional individuals seeking free resources, thereby escalating the situation. This reluctance to embrace support systems, while understandable from a personal standpoint, inadvertently perpetuates the cycle of overcrowded rest areas and strained community resources. McShannock explains in the article, quote, "We don't want toilets or showers here. That attracts junkies. If an outreach group begins serving food, more people will come. We're trying to stay under the radar." The situation in Abbotsford serves as a microcosm of a larger housing crisis facing many communities across Canada and beyond. It's no different in the United States. The transformation of rest areas into permanent living spaces underscores the urgent need for comprehensive solutions that address both the immediate needs of these individuals and the broader implications for the community's safety and cohesion. Provincial authorities grapple with managing these encampments, but the challenge lies in finding a sustainable approach that respects the autonomy of RV residents while safeguarding the well-being of an entire community. Moreover, the evolving landscape of Abbotsford rest areas highlights the complexities inherent in addressing homelessness and the inherent housing instability. It calls for a nuanced approach that considers perspectives of all the stakeholders, fostering solutions that are both humane and practical. The city's efforts to build respectful relationships with various ministries, including those for housing, reflects an understanding of the multifaceted nature of this issue. However, progress remains slow, and the immediate needs of both the residents and the broader community continue to clash. This is creating a lot of conflict within the community. Ultimately, the reluctance of RV residents to accept extensive help is driven by fears of attracting more individuals seeking free support. It highlights this critical intersection of compassion and practicality. The path forward requires a delicate balance of compassion and practicality, ensuring that those in need receive the support they deserve without compromising the safety and well-being of the broader community. So yes, the problem does seem intractable, but I'd like to hear more ideas from you as to how we can get through this complicated situation. How do we provide help without creating a system that attracts people who don't want to, do the hard work or want to fall back on the easy solution? I'm not going to say that everyone who's homeless did it themselves, but it's most likely everyone who's homeless is going to have to get themselves out of it, and we need to be willing to help them when they're ready to help themselves. What do you think is a solution here? I really like hearing and seeing much of the feedback that we get from people. So please put your comments below as to what you think is a viable solution, or at least a direction, something that would help solve this type of situation. I hope this video earned your subscription. Think about clicking that subscribe button. It really helps this channel out. Thank you.